All right. What's going on, everybody? So y'all already know what it is. It's Wednesday. It's Hump Day. It's Whopper Wednesday. I say that because I just demolished the Whopper before we got here. I also was sitting over here trying to get everything acclimated. I sounded like Voldemort at some point when I was doing sound check with my guest. It was nuts. She's laughing. That's a good sign. But yeah, y'all, welcome back. I told you I was going to be back, man. I took last week off. Had to get ready for Method Man. Y'all should check that interview out on But Can You Take a Punch podcast. That was a great one. That was a classic. And yeah, man, we got a lot to get into today. We got a lot to discuss as far as subject matter, artistry, origins, impact, culture. You know what I'm saying? There's a couple of different ways that we can go about this. But, you know, before we get into all that, I'm going to drop the intro real quick. Let's get it.
They threw my ancestors in the ocean. Now we became the new wave, and we're about to drown this system.
There we go. Welcome, everybody, to the Kid Casper Podcast. I'm your gracious, beautiful, blessed, beloved, and black host, the kid that they call Casper. The KID in Kid Casper stands for that king in development. I'm that menace with the melanin. Reject me as I am, as long as he is still relevant. Yes, it's still season 5. Moko had y'all believe that I've been doing this for 50 years. If I've been doing a podcast for 50 years, I look amazing, and like moisturizing is like my best friend. But no, sadly, I'm only 32 years old. Hello, everybody. I'm that quirky black kid that they call Casper. I'm a Christian raptivist, like rapper slash activist. Like I really, really love Jesus, but I'm super far from a pacifist. Like I love Jesus, but I will very quickly, and I mean very, very quickly, teach Jesus full time. In full-time prison ministry. Don't mess with me. Like, don't even try it. But enough about me. My guest this evening, this afternoon, this morning, depending on when you're watching this, whether in your homes, on your phones, or in your vehicles. I have an artist in the building. I have, I'm going to call her a visionary. I have a trendsetter, a disruptor, musician, songwriter, singer, and hopefully, like, a friend in the making, you know what I'm saying? Everybody I bring to the stage. Oh, let me make sure you're unmuted first. I bring to the stage Rachel Wu. What's going on, sis?
Hey.
All right. See, that wasn't that bad. How was my intro? Did I do all right? Was my intro solid? Like,
It was
okay.
good. It was pretty good, yeah. Damn.
Okay. So, Rachel, thank you for accepting my invitation this evening. If you could give us like I would say like a elevator's pitch to like who Rachel Wu is. If we start on the 20th floor, got all the way down to the bottom floor, like very quickly, like who is Rachel Wu by chance?
Okay. So I am a R&B hip hop artist based in New York. I write songs. I don't know, like damn, this is actually a really hard question. I don't know why I can't answer this. But um yeah, I tend to write about, I guess, like my life experiences and things that I'm going through, and I like to express myself through music, and that's kind of the way things, I guess, the way things is. So, yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. So I didn't prepare you for these questions. But we usually
Oh,
ask like some icebreakers, if you will, just to kind of loosen up and get acclimated to the space. Are you ready for these super intense questions on the Kid Casper podcast
super
by chance?
intense. Okay,
Yeah,
sure.
super intense.
Shoot 'em.
Okay, question. Okay. If a vampire bites a zombie, who turns into what?
Hmm. I think I think the zombie might turn into a vampire actually. Because isn't it who bites who first? Isn't that
I
what it is?
I think so. I'm not sure. What are your thoughts though? Like, if you had to like give your expert opinion on that.
I would think the zombie would turn into a vampire. I think that's, or like a hybrid or some sort. That
Okay.
would be Yeah. Damn. We would not survive in this world if
Oh,
that was the case. Yeah.
interesting,
Mm.
interesting. Um, why is lemon juice, why does lemon juice not have real lemons in it, but dish soap does? Can you answer that for me, please?
Um, that's that's a really good question. Man, damn, you really got me stumped with those. Oh my God. Man, I don't know. It'll
Interesting.
scrub your dish harder. I don't know. Man,
Wow. Poo you.
yeah.
Interesting.
Where are you coming up
Why?
with these questions?
Hey, don't ask questions. I ask the questions here. Why are
Okay.
bras singular but panties plural? Can you answer that by chance?
Um, you're like killing me over here. Um, oh my God.
Yeah.
That's a very good question.
Yeah, you got it. No wrong answers.
Because I don't know. I guess you should have more panties than bras. I don't know, man.
Wow. Wow. I'm not sure if you passed. I'm not sure, but you have guess what? You passed the test because these are really
Okay.
just icebreakers at the end of the day. So yeah, thanks for being a good sport. Everybody give it up for Rach, man. That was what's up. Can I call you Rach, by the way? I keep saying Rach, but I don't
Yeah.
know if it's okay. I don't
No, you
I'm
can.
I'm very big on, like, yeah, I could sit over here and call you what I'm comfortable with, but at the end of the day, it's what you subscribe to and what you give clearance to. So yeah, for sure, for sure. Appreciate you though. Man, Rachel, so a lot of why I started this podcast, I too am a creative as well, make music as well. And I started this podcast as a way to, I would say, platform and share space with other creatives I've become acquainted to. But because of events of 2020, social injustice that took place, I felt as if that we got to go beyond the scope of like music and really just humanize, I would say, other people. You know what I'm saying? Really just get to know people, right?
Yeah.
Like, I think you're dope, right?
100%.
I told you this. I think you're pretty dope. But
Oh
I'm
yeah.
curious if people really know like where Rachel Wu comes from. And like I explained at the beginning of this podcast, Kid Casper stands for King in Development. So I focus a lot on what it means for somebody like growing in their development, because we're always developing, So if you could go
Yeah.
back, I would say the earliest to your remembrance of a young Rachel Wu in development, could you share that with us today by chance, please?
Yeah. I mean, I guess when I was young, actually, it's really interesting. I was really shy, for sure. I think definitely like me being on this podcast would definitely be like a shocker for her right now. Um, yeah, I felt like when I was younger, I was super shy, like kept to myself. Um, I guess I wouldn't say, I don't know if it was hard for me to make friends, but it was hard for me to like, I guess speak up for myself for sure. Um, and yeah, like definitely very interesting. Like me as a kid and me now is 100% different. So,
Okay. When you say different in the sense of, so like I'm getting to know this grown version of you, this older version of you. What would you say the biggest dichotomy is from older Rachel? Not to say you're old, because I think we've proven that I'm way older than you. But the
okay.
more seasoned Rachel opposed to an adolescent Rachel, what would you say the differences would be?
I think definitely I am more, I don't know. I feel like when I was younger, I definitely was more, how do I say this? Like, I feel like I guess I was always listening to, I guess, what I was being told. Definitely like with like, I don't know, I was also like pretty sheltered in my life. When I was younger, I had like a head injury. So like from that, like it was, I don't know, I always had like this like, I don't know how to explain it. Like I guess like this small circle around me. Everything was like very planned out for me, if that makes sense. I don't know. Does that make sense?
No, no, it kind of does. You said so you said head injury. If you don't mind sharing today, like
Yeah.
what exactly like happened, if you don't mind me asking?
Yeah, so when I was in first grade, um I was short. I don't know why this was a thing, but I guess like I was bullied because I was short or whatever. And so when I was like during lunchtime and like like you would go out into like the playground, two girls, one of them held me on my head and one of them like held me by my leg. The girl who held me on my head saw the teacher and she dropped me while the girl was still holding my leg. So
Oh
kind
man.
of like elevated, yeah, and it was on asphalt. So from then like I was in physical therapy a lot.
Mm,
I was in the hospital a lot. I think I definitely spent a lot of my childhood in the hospital. And I had like eye therapy, kind of caused like permanent like neck and back pain for me as well. So that's why
mm.
like I would say I was pretty sheltered mostly because I think my mom was kind of terrified of like what would happen to me, if that makes sense. Luckily, there was no like internal bleeding um that I had, but for sure it definitely kept me like very, I guess, sheltered. And because like my mom was always protecting me and always speaking up for me, I think that definitely that's why I feel like where like all my shyness came from, and definitely my mom was like the more vocal one, if that makes sense.
Gotcha,
Yeah.
gotcha.
Yeah.
What would you say? And these weren't in the questions that I sent you, but I'm curious. What would you say was the catalyst for you? I would say being able to be more vocal because the child that you describe and who I've gotten to be acquainted to over at least the last couple of weeks don't really see it, right? What was the
Yeah.
what was the catalyst you would say when it comes to like you growing into yourself and developing your own voice when your mom isn't present?
I think I think it was probably like in high school when I was kind of like fed up over like what I could and I couldn't do. And like I felt like I was being told of like all the time of like the things that I couldn't do because of my head injury. Like I couldn't travel. I couldn't like be doing like I wasn't allowed to be on certain trips. And like at one point like there's like my mom was scared like so she had like a radius of where I could go. I think I was just fed up with a lot of like a lot of shit of like just being told what to do, that to the point I was like fuck it, like I think that's when I was like let me start doing what I want to do. And that's kind of like how it's been. And it was like in the middle of like high school. I think that's when I finally like kind of broke out of my shell, if that makes sense. But yeah.
So that would coincide with because if I remember correctly, you started writing music around 13. Do you think like as you grew into this new identity, rebellion, if you will, that it
Yeah.
not only inspired like music in some ways, and how did music help when it comes to these transitions in your life?
I mean, 100%. I feel like when I was younger, I think after my head injury and I wasn't allowed to like go outside and play with like the other kids anymore. So they kind of just threw me in the room to do like whatever I wanted, if that made sense. And I've always liked singing. I felt like that's when my passion for singing kind of grew, like even more. And then when I was 13, like, and I'm sitting out of gym class in middle school, I'm just like writing things like, on the bleachers, listening to music. They allowed me to have my phone because, I'm not allowed to do these things. So it's just like, I think that's kind of like what happened, if that makes sense. Like that's kind of how my love for music kind of grew. And then I started like inserting myself in like more musical things, if that makes sense. But yeah. Oh, I can't hear you anymore.
Oh, my bad. I hit the mute button. My
Okay.
bad. All good. See, I told you this is. I'm gonna make more mistakes than you will up here. I promise. Um,
Okay.
All goody. Before you started recording music, you were playing piano and guitar. What did those instruments teach you, not only about music, but as well as yourself during that time?
I felt like I don't know. I feel like when I was younger and I really had nothing to do. I think so. Like my mom was like, "Okay, like we'll get you a piano so you can like do something, right?" And so I think I started learning how to play like certain chords. I think what it taught me, I guess, was like simplicity in a lot of things, like in a musical sense, and also like when you make these like simple chords, it's kind of cool how you can make like interesting melodies from it, and they're like you can be a lot more experimental with a lot of things. And I guess what it taught me about myself, um, I don't know. I mean, definitely it just made me love music even more than I already did. I think the fact that I could like, like make something from scratch was pretty cool, you know? And yeah.
Okay. Okay. What was what does a 13-year-old Rachel Wu song sound like? What did you have to say at 30? Not to, and that's not to discredit or minimize like what you could contribute to the space, but
Yeah.
what was a song by Rachel Wu sonically and message wise back when you were 13?
Okay. When I was 13, what was I writing about? To be honest, I think it was probably some stupid shit. Maybe about like some like crushes I had or like I don't know, like things that I wanted to do or like it's just some dumb stuff. I think like as I've gotten older, like gotten more refined, if that makes sense, but it was I don't know, like it was dumb. Maybe like some video game shit, I don't know. But
Oh, if I find out you play video games, I'm gonna have to ask you. I'll hit you in the quick hitters. I got you. I got you.
okay,
Um,
okay.
so writing alone and stepping into a studio booth, recording
hmm
studio, if you will, like what you do now, vastly
Yeah.
different. Um, what would you say, like where you are now? And because I think you said you and me were talking offline. You've been recording, I would say, within the last 6 to 9 months. What do you think
Yeah.
recording revealed? Um, when it comes to music that songwriting frankly couldn't do.
I would say I guess being more bold. I don't know. I feel like, especially my first time stepping in front of the mic, I was definitely very nervous for sure. I wasn't projecting as much. And also, I think my first time recording, there was a lot of other people in the room. I was kind of scared of like what they thought about my music or like how they felt about my voice. They're just like I was very critical. I was very like, oh my God, like I think like that shy part of myself kind of came back where I felt kind of like, oh my God, like and where I was just like, oh my God, like I'm overthinking about things and whatever. And like I was not having to be honest, my first time in the studio, I didn't have a blast. I think I was more like nervous than anything.
Yeah,
So
it'll do that.
yeah.
It'll have you thinking you're like you're rattling off like a Jay-Z or Beyonce, and then like I'm not saying this was you, but like when I hear myself on playback, I'm like, oh, I sound like Ice JJ Fish. I don't like it. Um,
No, yeah, and I was
it
like, "Oh my God, I'm
exposes
not
you to
hitting these
yourself.
notes."
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
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 no, for
yeah.
sure. And I was like, "Oh my God, like I'm not hitting these notes right now. I could hit them at home, but like why can't I do it in front of these people?" Like it was so weird. I don't know, but yeah,
Okay.
definitely I guess like my friend says it, like exposure therapy, that's kind of what you need for sure. I think like breaking out especially now as I'm doing more content, I'm definitely like pushing myself out of like my comfort zone for sure. So, yeah, that's kind of what it is.
Okay. If you had to
Yeah.
describe your music to somebody that hasn't heard your music for the first time. First off, I've been singing all I haven't tried to cuz I got it first. Before y'all got it last week, I got on me like a whole week in advance. Man, do I regret that. I've been having that stuck in my head.
Are you serious? Oh
no,
my God.
I just be minding my business and I'll be talking to my homeboys and I don't know. I'm like, what the hell? Okay, snap out of it. Okay, we got to. How would you describe your sound to somebody that hasn't heard your music before, by chance?
I would definitely say I say like airy. I feel like especially like vocally, it's like very airy. Um, and I would say a mix of, well, I'm like I love like R&B and hip hop, so I kind of like try and blend everything together. I love to sing on a trap beat or like, you know. And I guess like my music should take you like I want it to feel like you're like entering like a space, like in a world, if that makes sense. Like you're kind of like lost in a world.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of how I want it to feel, but hopefully that kind of translates through my music.
Okay. Okay. Do you think that you found, I would say, your sound musically? Like, if you were picking out a beat and stuff like that, you said you love to rap on trap beats and stuff like that, but like, do you think that you found your sound sonically when it comes to like, picking out an instrumental or working with a certain producer or songwriter by chance? Do you think you found your niche?
To be honest, I feel like yes and no. I feel like vocally, like I know like what I want myself to sound like vocally.
Mm-hmm.
I just think like in terms of like beat selection and things like that, I think I'm still like in the experimental phase. I think for sure like my first song was very R&B, classic R&B. Second song was me singing on a trap beat. Um, Third song was dark R&B. High School is very, I guess like a bouncy vibe, like sing rapping ish. And On Me is kind of like, I don't know. I think somewhat similar. I think my next few songs are kind of like a little different. It's still within like the R&B and hip hop space, but I wouldn't
Mm-hmm.
necessarily like I don't know if I like can pinpoint and say like, oh yeah, this is definitely it, if that makes sense. But yeah.
Okay. One of the things that we focus on the Kid Casper podcast. So I'm going to school for psychology. Want to eventually become a counselor because we need more we need more therapists of people of color. You know what I'm saying? So that's a lot of what I
Agree.
focus on. So I also focus on like the psyche of these things. So and I'm not sure if I asked you this, but like when you're sitting over here writing a song, like sitting down, I'm a weirdo. I can't sit down and write music. I have to stand up and pace. I don't know. Maybe I'm weird. I don't know. That's just me. But for yourself, when you're writing a song, where would you say that you go emotionally? You know what I'm saying? Like, whether it be like you're trying to make some upbeat stuff, something with like a message, like where do you typically go? I would say in your head and in your realm of imagination.
To be honest, I feel like most of my songs that I make are kind of what I'm feeling at the moment. So I think like everything that I've released is something like you'll see what stage of where my brain is at in the moment. And it's also really funny. I write most of my songs on the treadmill. So I'm
See,
running on like
you understand it because
yeah.
when you're moving around, blood flow going to the
Yeah.
brain, like yeah.
And you just start thinking a lot. So it's just like and it's so weird. Like I write most of my songs like on the treadmill when I'm at the gym. I'm running on 7 speed. I'm freaking listening on my wired headphones and like typing while I'm running. People are looking at me like, "What the fuck are you doing?" Like, you know what I mean? And I'm like trying to keep up while I'm typing. It's so dumb, but it is what it is. To be honest, that's probably like where my best songs come from.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh, if you want to try a trick that helps with blood flow to the brain, I don't know. Do you like gummies, like gummy candy? Like I keep like
I
lifesavers
love
on me.
gummies. Oh my
Okay,
God, I
yeah,
have like
yeah.
a gummy obsession. I need to stop. Like, I feel like,
No,
no,
no, no.
I
So
can't no more.
so put your gummies like in the freezer because the harder and more like I would say rubberized it is to chew, the more like your brain and your muscles and your teeth help blood flow to your brain. So
Oh, yeah?
creatively it helps. So you're welcome. I
Oh,
got you.
damn, that's so interesting. I
Yeah,
did not know
yeah,
that.
yeah. Speaking of like where you go, especially like how you're feeling in present moment in times. Air I Breathe. I would say out of the other songs that I've heard by yours, that one I would say, when I say it's the most distinct, not only messaging but then also the speed and stuff.
Yeah.
Could you talk about like where you were when you wrote Air I Breathe and what was the motivation and the catalyst to that song being written?
Yeah, for sure. I feel like Air I Breathe, I wrote it in a time when I was with my ex. It was definitely when I felt like in my relationship, I felt really neglected and I didn't know why. And I felt like that's kind of, and I feel like when that was happening to me, like all I could think about was like why? So, and in a way, Air I Breathe was kind of like a way, like I wrote it in his perspective of what I thought the reason was to make myself feel better, if that makes sense.
Oh, so you were projecting. Got it. So good to know that we were.
Yeah,
Nah,
so
I get it though. Okay.
yeah.
Um, do you think for not trying to be all up in your biz, that
Uh-huh.
sense of, you said there's a metaphor when it comes to the air I breathe. Why the title? Right?
Air I Breathe.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was more so of like I was kind of writing it in the perspective of like him in that moment of him thinking like, "Oh shit, like why am I treating her like this?" So when I say like air I breathe, it's more so of like him in this present moment as of right now.
Hmm. You've been recording about a year, so in a lot of
Yeah.
ways, it's like we're really meeting you at the beginning of your journey, right? Like if you were Marvel
Yeah.
Studios, you would be the first Iron Man movie. I don't know if you've seen that, but I'm a nerd, by the way. What would you what would you say you are looking forward to in the next chapter of the Rachel Wu story as an artist, recording and songwriter?
I don't know. I feel like definitely hopefully like I'll be able to find my sound. And I guess within like the next few chapters, hopefully like I'll be able to, I don't know, I guess grow a community. And I don't know, I think something that's like very important to me is like having somebody like relate to my music for sure. I think that's always like super special to me. When some like it makes me not feel alone that I'm feeling a certain type of way, especially like when I'm writing my songs. And I feel like when other people like come to me and tell me like, "Oh yeah, like your music has helped me through this or that." Like I'm like, "Oh yeah, like damn, like I'm really not feeling alone like in this matter right now." And I feel like that's kind of nice. And hopefully like in my next chapter of music, like I guess a lot of people would, I guess, I don't know, I guess relate to my songs more. And I
Hmm.
get to know me a little better, if that makes sense.
No, I got you. I got you.
Yeah.
We we talked about this a little bit backstage. See, y'all missed it. We had like a podcast before the podcast of sorts. One of the things that we talked about though is like just being in the music industry, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Being a woman in the music industry is already, it's like there's a lot of things that you have to look out for, obviously, right? You're
Yeah.
also a woman of color, being an American of Chinese descent. Do you feel like that there is, I don't know how to describe it. Like, do you feel like that there's a certain barrier of challenges that off rip that you have to face that, like, let's just say, you know, for instance, like I'm an artist as well, but obviously
Yeah.
the things that I'm going to have to deal with turbulence wise as a man, you're never going to have to deal with. What would you say has been the challenging parts of being a woman in the industry, regardless of genre so far?
I don't know. I guess like proving myself, if that makes
Mm.
sense. Like I think like being a woman in the music industry, I feel like a lot of people think like, oh yeah, like because she's a girl or like because of this, like she's getting like things like a little easier because of that, in which like that might be a case and that may be a factor. But I think like I have to like prove to myself, like prove to other people that like, yeah, like I am a hard worker, you know, and I do like, and I'm like busting my ass trying to like do everything and everything all at once. Um, and yeah, I think something that I'm very scared of is definitely like being taken advantage of for
Right.
sure. I think like as I'm entering this space, um, it is like a new space for me for sure. Like like I went to school for like computer science. So like this is like 100%
I could
like
not tell. I'm not even
different.
gonna hold you. Because you
Really?
were,
Yeah.
because you were, no, because you were struggling when we got started. Behind the scenes. For sure.
Yeah. No, yeah, but yeah, so definitely it is like a new space for me. I think like navigating through this space, um, I don't know, it's just very interesting. I still feel like I still have ways to go and I'm like still learning throughout this process, but I do feel like yeah, like I have to prove my like prove myself to others that like I do work hard. And I think that's kind of what it has been as of lately.
Hmm. Would you say? Would you say you've learned the power of your no yet? Right, like so I shared this with you backstage. Like I'm a Christian, right? And one of the things that we believe in biblically is like, you know, let your yes be yes and your no be no. What are we talking about
Mhm.
here? Boundaries, right? Do you think that
Yes.
you have learned the power of your no by chance?
I feel like yeah, I feel like it's like I'm like close. I'm like maybe like
Break that down for me.
90% there. Okay, I feel like I had a yes problem where I would say yes to things that I didn't want to do. I think this was like way before music though. Um I think like because I've said yes to a lot of things, I think that has definitely gotten me into very interesting situations or sometimes
Mm.
like dangerous situations in which I could have prevented had I said no. Um,
What do you mean by
and
that?
I like I guess like being put in like situations uh I don't know, I guess like within like my friends and like things that they wanted to do that I didn't really want to do, but I just said yes because they were kind of like, no, like this would be fun or this would be cool. And I'd be like, okay, like I'll go with you, I guess, like whatever. And
Mm.
then I'll be put in a situation in which like, like would lead to, I don't know, like that wouldn't be ideal for me, if that made sense. But yeah. And um luckily, like my best friend, I think she came into my life around like 2022. I think she was kind of like, yo, like what the hell are you doing? Like you can't just be saying yes to whatever. Like
Hmm.
you gotta start putting your foot down. And I think that's like the biggest problem that I had was like putting my foot down on things that I didn't want to do. Because then I would feel bad that I'm not doing something. And
I
like
was
if I
just about to
consider
ask you
you
that.
yeah, and if I consider you as a friend, like I would go like I would like try my best to help you out or like do like go out of my way to help you, you know what I mean? And or sometimes maybe inconvenient for me. So I think like because of that, I felt like there was like situations in which like I felt like certain people or like friends were like taking advantage of me in
Mm.
which like I had to be like, yo, like I'm so sorry, like I love you, but genuinely like this is not the move for me. I cannot do this. And I feel like now I feel like I'm kind of there. I feel like if you're like really close to me, like I'll still say yes, and whatever, but like I feel like for um other people now, if I really don't feel like it is the right move for me, I will say no. And I guess that's what it is. But yeah,
Gotcha.
essentially.
I was talking
Uh-huh.
about that with my father the other day, and he was one of the things we were talking about was like, oh, you should start giving no without explanations. I was like, because people
Yeah.
like, you know what I mean? Because and I say that because when you say yes to people, they don't go, oh, well, why would you? Like, say if I don't know, this wouldn't
Yeah.
happen. But like, say if I needed to borrow money from you and you said yes, I'm not gonna go, well, Rachel, why would you say yes? No, I'm gonna take this bread and I'm just gonna dip, right? And I say that to say like people should respect your no like they would want to respect or hope for your yes, right? So
Yeah.
and the follow-up question that I had, and you were alluding to it, is like, do you feel as if that there's a version of you that worries about being, you know what I'm saying? Like they're being too loud, right? Being too ambitious, essentially like, you know, being too vulnerable, being too different, like something that is going to make other people uncomfortable. Do you feel as if that you have to cater in some ways to other people in some
Um,
capacity?
I feel like when I was younger, 100%. I feel like also, being Asian, I feel like part of our culture is to kind of be, very quiet, you
Mm-hmm.
know, like you're not supposed to like talk out of turn. And I feel like I'm pretty loud as a person, for sure. So
I mean,
like,
girl, you from New York. What the hell? You ain't got no damn choice. You ain't got no
yeah, I know. So
choice.
it's just like, yeah, what the hell? So I think
Mm-hmm.
like I would specifically like in some certain cases, like when I'm around certain groups, like I'm just like, damn, like, am I too loud right now? Like maybe I should like shut the fuck up for once. Like I don't know, but I think like now I feel like I'm pretty okay with where I am or like how I am. So a lot of like I guess like a lot more things don't bother me as much as they did when I was younger, for sure. Yeah.
Hmm. Hmm. We were talking about. Do I want to go here with this? So let's go back a
Okay.
bit, right?
Okay.
And I'm not trying to get you because I feel like your mom would get on me if I
Ah!
ask the questions I want to
Eh,
ask.
okay.
Hi, mom. By the way, I'm your new son. By the way. But yeah. So when we talk about, you talked about like typically as Asians, like we will, from your perspective, you're expected to be, I think the word you were looking for is docile and submissive in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
How much of that do you think is like traditional, like in a sense, like it came from like your family opposed to what society like expected of you by chance?
Mm, I don't know, actually. That's actually a really good question. I mean, I feel like for my family, I don't know. I've always been like the pretty loud one in my family, but I guess when I'm out with other people, damn, you really got me a little
Yeah,
stumped,
yeah,
but
yeah. That was a freestyle.
yeah, I don't know. I guess when I'm out, I guess people like when they first meet me, they would think like, oh, like she must be like, pretty quiet. I think like when I first talk to them, though, for sure they get like really surprised and they're like, "Oh shit, like I didn't think you were like this." For sure. And I feel like I get that a lot. Um, but how much that comes from my own family? Uh, I don't know. But I feel like maybe like when I used to live like in Chinatown, I think that's when like my mom would be like, "Yo, like, shh, like, why are you so loud right now?" Like, you know what I mean? Like, especially when I'm on the street talking, like, why are you cursing so much? Like, why are you blah, blah, blah? Like, I'm sorry. Like, I just can't help it. Like, I'm just like, talking. Like, it doesn't really like, you know, go through my brain that I'm too loud or like cursing too much or like or that I dress a certain way or certain things like that. But yeah, I don't know if that answers your question.
Not kind
But
of. Yeah, yeah. My follow up to that is like, how do you feel like, how do you think you respected the person that you became as well as held the values that your family instilled in you? You know what I mean? Like,
mm, I feel like how did I
so like, okay, so like for instance, right? Like one of the things that my dad
uh-huh.
used to always teach me was like, be an honest person, be somebody people can depend on, be somebody of integrity. That way when there's situations where your integrity is questioned, like people go, oh no, but I know Cass, right? and
Yeah.
but still hold to, like, I'm my own person. Like I shared with you, my father's a personal trainer. I'm built like a cigarette. Like where I'm still I'm still very different, but I've
Yeah.
become and respected the person I became, but I still hold values that like my parents instilled in me. How do you think that you respected who Rachel was becoming, but also was
Yeah.
like, but my mom always taught me this. My father always taught me this. My grandma, my grandfather always taught me this. And those are things I'm going to stick to, you know?
Yeah. I feel like for me, I feel like I was also very close with my grandma. I feel like it's really funny, even though like she's from Hong Kong and she was like from there. She was definitely less traditional than my mom, for sure. I feel like she's the one who's always told me like, "Oh, like you should go do whatever you want. You should like go be with whoever you want or like do whatever you want at the end of the day because life is short." And, I feel like my grandma was telling me like through like coming from her experiences, like talking about like things that probably like she wanted to do that she never could do or like she wishes she's done. But I think she's always like been the main push of like for me to be whoever I am. And I feel like I guess for I don't know. I guess like the values that I guess my mom like has ingrained in my brain. Like she's always been like the one. I feel like at the end of the day, my mom is mostly right. So, like things
Mm-hmm.
that I feel is like genuinely like right, I would listen. But if I feel like I don't know, then probably not. But she has been like right about like a lot of things in my life or like the friends that I've had in my life and like her read on people is really good. And I feel like that's because of like due to her own experiences that she's had. And I know like she's like looking out for me, but there's like I feel like there's a big difference between like looking out for somebody and like control, if that makes sense. So I try
Yeah, yeah,
to
yeah, for sure.
balance both. Yeah.
No, I got what you mean. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So one of the things that I want to and I want to be like I want to be delicate here. We talked about this a
Okay.
bit. We talked about this a bit. I think it was on Sunday, if I'm not mistaken. Um,
Maybe.
so I told you, like, my purpose of this platform was like, oh yeah, we're gonna talk about art, art, art. Like, for instance, do you know who Boys to Men is by chance? Yes, no, maybe.
Boys to
So
Men?
Jesus Christ. Never
No, it
mind. Don't
doesn't
even
ring a
don't
bell.
worry.
So
Don't worry about
sorry.
it. It's okay. It's okay. Okay. She's young,
Okay.
y'all. Okay. We have a fetus on screen. Anyway,
Sorry, guys.
but one of the things that I was talking to him yesterday, and I wanted to ask him a bunch of questions about like his artistry and really just how he contributed to music as a culture. But like we focus more on like the things that like he personally deals with just as a black man, right? So like for you,
Yeah.
you know, going back to like the 2020s, late 2019, early 2020, and then basically we were in a whole pandemic. But at the same time that I was facing my own turbulence as a man of color, you and people that looked like you were experiencing great turbulence for being Asian.
Yeah.
I asked you specifically if you yourself have been through any violence, uh, pushback, or I would say just like repercussions just for being who you are, right? But you said
Yeah.
no, but you said that your family specifically experienced harm in certain ways. If you feel compelled, would you like to share that by chance?
I feel like, yeah, like me personally, I have not, but I think like my grandma definitely has. I think also because like she's older, like
Mm-hmm.
people think like obviously as an old like Asian woman, like what is she gonna do, right? So I think they were definitely saying a lot of like like more racist remarks towards her. Um, Luckily, like nothing physical, but I think that was like enough to be like, oh my God, like Rachel, like when you go out, like you gotta be careful, like you gotta make sure you got your pepper spray, like you gotta make sure you're attentive to your surroundings. So I think that was kind of what it was. But yeah, like me personally, I haven't experienced too much of that during that time. Oh, I can't hear you.
Oh, crap. Can you hear me now by chance?
Yeah, I can
There
hear
we
you.
go.
Yeah.
That was weird. I don't know how I just did that, but here we are, I guess. That was. Stop touching stuff, Cass. What are you doing? That was really. Anyway, don't mind me. Screen record button. I hit the screen record button. All good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That was weird. Sorry about that. I was listening to what you were saying,
That's
but
okay.
it's also thrown off. So I'm curious because like we talk a lot about like putting ourselves in our music and like attaching ourselves, whether it be emotionally. You said that you write a lot of music that they're like timestamps to how you feel in that present moment. Um,
Yeah.
have you ever made like music, or have you ever considered making music about like who you are, like heritage wise, like like who you are, like as a Asian American by chance, or just like as well as like putting yourself traditionally in your music?
Honestly, no, I haven't ever thought about that. I feel like also like that would be like really hard for me to write. I don't know why.
Hmm.
But yeah, I don't know. I feel like when I write something, like I just really have to like feel something like super intensely in that moment, if that makes sense. Like whatever feeling that I'm feeling is like amplified when I write something. I don't know, I guess like hmm, yeah, like
How do you compartmentalize that? Like it sounds as if like I'm not gonna hold you. I have a hard time keeping what's going on up here from coming out of my mouth. It's just I'm sorry. Like my mouth get me in trouble sometimes. How do
yeah.
you yeah, how do you like put those guardrails around yourself in a sense?
Like when I'm writing my music
Even
or
just like so like how do I put this? Like so you say that like you capture the moment in present tense, like how you're feeling emotionally, psychologically in a lot of ways, and you attach that to your music. Even though we gotta talk about you in that doggone projection with your ex. That's something we got we got to talk about. Well, I'm gonna leave you alone because one of your people was like, don't talk about her. Yes, ma'am. Um, but like, how do you? When I say it's like, how do you like protect yourself and like I would say like when I protect your mind, your spirit and your soul with the stuff that happens in the world. Like how are you able to maintain your sanity?
um I mean, I feel like for me, luckily, like I do have like an optimistic mind.
Oh.
And
Oh, I'm
yeah,
hopeless then. So like I don't know how
I don't
that makes
know, 'cause then like my brain goes like, don't like everything will be fine, like everything will be good, like, I feel like that's kind of how it's always been.
where'd that come
Even like
from?
with I don't I don't know, to be honest. I feel like maybe I don't know. And also like I feel like when I go through things, like it's so weird. Like the thoughts that I have, it's just like I'll throw it to the back of my brain and I'll be like, it's okay, I'll be okay. And I feel like that's the way I've been pushing through life, if that makes sense. And I feel like mm, I don't know, because the thing is, I feel like also like when I was talking to my grandma about like certain things, like I think like one of the things that she told me is like, don't ever like hold on to like negative feelings because life is short. Like you should
Mm,
enjoy every part of life as much as possible. And also like having a I also think that like having a good outlook on life definitely does contribute to like making your daily life like a little better. I think
mm,
that's kind of how it is. I think for me, like once I write it, like when for songs, like specifically, like once I write it, the feeling is captured and then I move on from it, if that makes sense.
hmm.
Which is
Yeah,
And that's how
no,
I
it's okay.
cope with a lot of
It's all,
things.
all good. No, it's okay. I'm definitely
Yeah.
psychoanalyzing you. It's cool. Okay, interesting. All right,
Yeah.
I'll give you my grade after we're done here.
Okay.
So
Well, fair.
I'm playing. Nah, 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 nah. So, hmm. I'm curious. I didn't have this in my questions, but I think that this is also imperative too. One of the things that you talked about providing for yourself when it comes to musically, like having like a
Mhm.
sense of community. But we can't get through this life alone, right? Like, what? Who?
Yeah.
Don't call them out because you know what I'm saying privacy and everything like that. But like, do you have a sense of community where people are able to sharpen you, edify you, and just come together, you know, for your namesake? And I would say like who keeps you grounded, right? Like, do you have a sense of community? It's like, do you have friends that like, oh girl, it's gonna be okay, like you know, and just like when things seem doom and gloom, but like you have somebody to lean on in a sense. Do you have that in your life, and what does that look like for you?
I do have that in my life, and I feel like I'm very grateful to have these amazing people in my life. Definitely like I'm I feel like to where I am right now, I feel like I'm very lucky to have like my best friends and my close friends and like my mom and my grandma and my brother. I feel like we're all like pretty close. Definitely like they're the ones who like talk some sense into me. I think because like a lot of people a lot of the times they think I'm too chill, right? To the point where it's like I've let a lot of shit slide in which I shouldn't have let things slide. Because I have an optimistic view about certain things, I'll
Mm-hmm.
be like, "Oh yeah, like this person wouldn't do something to me. Like why would they do that?" And they'll be like, "Did you not remember this?" I'm like, and I'm trying to think back, and I'm like, "Oh, I mean, yeah, I mean, I guess." And they're like, "That's not okay." I feel like they're the ones who definitely like keeps me grounded for sure. They're the ones who really talk their sense into me. Like, and I think that's why um I am the way that I am. And I'm lucky that they're there to tell me like these things. Because if I was on my own, god damn, I would have never figured out like that shit. I'm like, it's okay, guys. Like, we're all vibing. Like, what's the problem? You know what I mean?
No, you
So,
need people. You need people that are gonna be able to like you need like I use the analogy. I don't work out, but like you need people that like are spotting you in a sense, right? Like
yeah,
we have the burden of our lives. We all have to lift our own weights of life, but like you need somebody to like, you know what I'm saying, kind of guard the weight in case, you know, you about to get decapitated. And sometimes you might get decapitated at your own hands. Like just like, I don't know. Like you said you're too I guess like forgiving in a sense. Your community probably will come by and be like, "Girl, hold on. Wait a minute. Let's."
yeah. And yeah, they're always telling me like, why would you think that's okay? And I'm like,
Mm,
wait, that's not like so yeah, like I don't know. Like the issue at hand, I think, well, that I'm learning from currently now is like you can't really take anything like because I'd be taking everything to face value. If you say that you're not gonna do something, I'm gonna believe that you're not gonna do something, right? And they're kind of the ones that are like, oh, like, like just because they say something, their actions don't prove otherwise. And
right.
they're the ones who, I don't know. Yeah, that's something that I'm like currently learning. And I guess like about myself that I think I like I guess I let go of things that and I don't hold people accountable for things that they like for things that they do that isn't right, if that makes sense. So, yeah.
No, it does. It does.
Yeah.
Um, hmm. What emotions would you say are the easiest for you to write about and build off of creatively?
Emotions. Um, I guess I don't know. Maybe when I'm crashing out.
Oh, so like you so okay, so you have your so you have so basically we have a toxic Rachel album that's
Oh my
that's coming
gosh. I mean, yeah, when I'm crashing out or like when I'm like either like sad or upset. Also, maybe like when I feel super happy. I don't know. It's just it really just depends on what the vibe that I'm feeling is. And I think those are the moments that are easiest to write, like things that I'm currently experiencing. If I'm currently not experiencing a specific emotion, I'm gonna be like, God damn, like what's next? So I really have to like, I don't know, I guess like it's whatever I really feel in that moment. I think that's
Hmm.
how I've written all my music. But yeah, and
Okay.
like my song Location, it's about me crashing out as well. I don't know
Yeah,
if you
I
got the
peeped
vibe from
that.
it.
I peeped it. It's one of my favorites, but I definitely peeped it. I was like, okay, only 2 times today we're
Yeah.
listening to this. just just 2 times.
Yeah, I think like Location and Air I Breathe were like the two like super like semi crash out songs. I think like High School was more like a vibey thing where I was just like, you know, and I think On Me I was like having fun with it. Like I wanted to dance and that's kind of what I wanted.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Um. Hmm. How much would you say Rachel Wu the person and Rachel Wu the artist have in common?
Um I'd say mostly like probably 100%. I don't even know. Like, well, at least that's what I think. I mean, I feel like me as
I'm
an
still
art.
figuring you out. I'm not gonna hold you. So like,
Really? Okay.
you know,
I need to you got to tell me what you think afterwards. But
I
I
got you.
still feel like yeah, I feel like everything that I make as an artist is relatively similar to how I am or what like how I am, how I'm feeling in real life or at the moment. So there's not really much of a difference. Um yeah, and even like my style, I think it's relatively like similar to how I've been dressing majority of my life. So I don't know. I think it's more so of like I guess like amplifying the things that I like and I guess to a more like clearer picture. I think that's kind of, I don't know, maybe that's the difference.
Hmm.
But yeah, but yeah, I don't know.
Would you say that there, and I'm not like accusing, I'm
Okay.
more so asking, would you say that there
Okay.
is a part of you that you keep out of music? I would say that it's like, okay, these are just thoughts, like thoughts and feelings that I keep to myself. Would you say that there are parts of you that you haven't exposed to your music yet?
Mm, parts to me, I don't know. I feel like I I feel like hmm, I feel like I don't, but at the same time, like, I don't know. Like, I think I think everything that I've written about has been, yeah, like, are just like thoughts that just be like in my brain. Um, like parts of myself that I don't put in my music. I don't know, maybe like the way that I grew up, but I just don't really know how I would even incorporate that like into my music. Like, I don't even like that's not something that I actually you might be right. Like, I guess like me growing up and the way that I grew up is something that I keep out of my music. Maybe that's it.
Okay, maybe that'll be for the documentary. We'll just have to, yeah. So
Yeah.
we'll work on the Rachel Wu documentary. I got you. I got you. What are
Yeah.
artists that you listen to that helped develop and I would say nurture your musical vocabulary that you've established?
Yeah. I feel like I think vocally probably like Ariana Grande. Um, and I feel like in terms of music though, I think a lot of Summer Walker, Tory Lanez, Brent Faiyaz, um, Bryson Tiller, Chris Brown. Oh my God. Um, Trey Songs. Um, and like Travis and Don Toliver. I guess those are like my like inspirations
Okay.
in my music for sure.
Hmm. Is there a song you haven't written yet that you know is inside of you that you think would be like the, if you want to say like your Thriller or your Cranes in the Sky or your, like, I don't know if you know who, what, never mind. I be saying a bunch of old stuff to you and you have no idea what the hell I'm talking about. Like, do you know, never mind. Do you, like, have you found your, do you think that you put
Thriller.
out like your masterpiece, your Thriller? Oh, so you know Thriller. Good job.
I do
Wow.
know Thriller. Of course. Obviously, who doesn't? But I haven't put it out yet, but I feel like my next song after On Me, I think that one is probably my Thriller. Um and I don't know. I feel like until I experience whatever I'm feeling, like I don't know if there's like if I know if there's a song inside of me that's like, yeah, I guess I'm gonna have to experience it, and I guess y'all will have to find out. But definitely, I think my next song that's coming out, like, I think that's probably one of the best songs that I've ever written, in my opinion.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I'll send it to
10.
you after, and you let me
Oh,
know.
cool. Bet. 10 years from now, when somebody says Rachel Wu, what do you hope that that name represents by chance?
Um, I guess I don't know. Like, I hope I inspire other, I guess, other Asian artists to, I guess, pursue what they want to pursue. I think, oh, and like the other day, so I was in high school, I was in this music program where I learned like a bit about like audio engineering and like kind of like just like music life in general.
Mm-hmm.
And it was so cool because I came back as a panelist this time. So it was so fun. And I remember when I was in that program, it was the only Asians was like me and like this other girl. And like when I sat in that room this time, um, there was a lot more like Asian people in the room, in which I was so happy to see. And it's so, I feel like it's actually, I felt like a lot of, and especially like during like the questions and like coming up to like people coming up to me after, like a lot of them were Asian. I don't know if it's because I'm Asian and they feel more comfortable like to
Probably.
talk
They
to
see,
me.
I mean,
Yeah.
they see themselves in you. Like they literally see
Yeah.
somebody that looks like you know? And well,
Yeah.
they like them, if you will. But yeah.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So like in 10 years, like if I could be like an inspiration to like I guess young Asian artists or just like anybody in general, like I think that would be super cool. And I know for sure, like when I was in that program and the panelists like who were in front of me, like none of them looked like me. I think that was also why I was kind of like a little scared to kind of pursue music, especially like in like because I live what like in America, so there's not really that many Asian artists that like really make it here,
Hmm.
especially like at the time. I think it was like 2017, maybe.
Right.
Yeah, and like during that time, like who were we seeing? Yeah, and I don't think I know any. So I think that would definitely like be super cool in 10 years for that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Um, I asked you this at the beginning of the episode, but I'll ask you this again. Like, who
Okay.
is Rachel Wu in a sense of, like, do you think that Rachel Wu is like healing from something in a sense? Like, if so, what would that be?
I think I'm learning, well,
Healing,
to
like
trust
like you got
healing.
a, yeah, like you got a boo boo, fam. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if you had
I
to,
guess,
yeah.
like maybe trusting myself. I feel like I never trusted myself. I
Mm,
think I think as I said when I was younger, like I had my mom make a lot of decisions for me. I feel like a lot of people were making these decisions for me, like regardless or not, if I liked them. And I feel like because people were making these decisions for me, like I think that's why like I also had like a hard time saying no to a lot of things. And I feel like for me, it's more so like I need to trust myself and the decisions that I'm making for myself. And I feel like because I wasn't trusting in myself, like it took me a longer time to pursue what I actually wanted to do and do what I wanted to do.
Hmm.
Does that make sense? I don't know.
No, 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 no. Hey, if it makes sense to you, it makes sense to me. That's all that matters. What would you say? No, for real. No, no, no. Listen, listen, listen.
That's like one
It
of those responses that's like, yeah, I
No,
don't
no,
really
no.
get it,
So,
but
so
okay.
you know what's funny? I was talking to Method Man the other day, and I was just
Yeah.
like, "Fam, it's your language. Like, it's your language to your existence. Like, it's not really up to me to be like, oh yeah, I approve that. That resonates with me. Like, nah, fam. Like, this is your experience. This is like the things that
Yeah.
you've been through, and as long as like you're aware of it, who the hell am I? You know what I mean, to like say anything. So not, but no, 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 I got what you were saying. I got what you were saying, but I was just more so
Okay.
affirming you and saying like, look, girl, as long as it makes sense to you, that
Okay.
matters more than whatever I could say. Um, what would you say you are learning to love about yourself that maybe you struggle to appreciate about before?
I guess like maybe like my personality and like the fact that I'm pretty like loud and maybe annoying. But
You're not annoying. Trust me. I've had annoying
okay,
guests. You're not one of them, I
really?
promise.
Okay, yeah, no, but for sure, I think like because like I'm pretty loud as a person, like some people don't really fuck with that. So it's just like that is something that I am learning to love about myself, I guess. Like just like I don't know, just the way that I've gone to be. Um, I think like I definitely did have like a hard time. I think like especially like finding myself, I think that was like one of the most hardest times of my life. I think only like genuinely like if I'm really thinking about it, like I feel like I think I thought I didn't know myself, but then I think well, like just like I guess a little context, like me and my ex broke up and this was like 2 months ago, and I feel like right as we broke up, I thought I didn't have a clear identity, but I think I realized like, whoa, like I know myself more than I think I do. So, and I'm just trying to learn all the things that learn to love about like those things that I used to really love about myself, in which maybe I changed about myself because to fit what he wanted and to fit what other people wanted in my life. So that's kind of
Hmm.
what it is. Yeah.
You said this earlier, like you felt like I guess we, and maybe this is the same ex. You felt as if you were abandoned by this ex, but just now when I asked you like what are things that you appreciate about yourself, and you said like just how you show up. Do you think that like, and again, this isn't about your relationship, but this is more so about like you and growing into your personhood.
Yeah.
Do you think that with that dynamic you had, there was a time period in which that you abandoned yourself in a lot
A
of
hundred
ways?
percent. A
Okay.
100%. I think, I mean, I was, well, a little more context. I was with him for 3 years. But even my friends were like, whoa, like this is like a 360 of Rachel. Like it's to the point like where they were like, who the
180
hell,
technically,
where,
but
like,
yeah.
oh yeah, 180,
Yeah, I
like,
got
yeah,
you.
180. Like they were like, where did my friend go? And like in
mm,
I think like afterwards I really sat with myself and I was like, damn, like I think I'm trying to like relearn the things that I did like about myself, the parts of myself that I turned off because to fit, I guess, his expectations. And I feel like honestly, like I'm so happy that I guess the like things happen the way that they happen because I feel like I wouldn't be able to I feel like sit here today and be like, yeah, like this is what I like, this is what I'm like, this is what I don't like, this is who I am. And I feel like maybe prior to that, I was a little confused on myself because I felt like I abandoned myself like in those moments and those periods of my of like that time. So, yeah.
hmm. Huh. What is something that What is something you're still learning to give yourself grace for?
Um, I guess, hmm, I feel like maybe feeling emotional. I think for a lot of things I feel like the reason why I like to write a lot of things, like write my music, is because like I don't want to feel a specific emotion, so I would write it down and I'll throw it to the back of my head. You know what I mean? I'll like I'll be okay. I think what I'm kind of
You've said that a couple of times this evening. What do you mean by that? Like throw it in the
like
back of your head.
I'll tell myself it's okay and I'll try and forget about it. That's kind of how it's been. But I think like as of now, like what I'm trying to give grace for is like it's okay to be feeling like sad, or like it's okay to be feeling these types of things, or like to sit in that feeling, if that makes sense. I feel like I was always really uncomfortable in sitting in
Mm,
with my emotions.
that's the abandonment part. Like the
I think so.
need to like disassociate or like I don't like
Yeah.
this. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. And you know what? Maybe that ties into me like trying to be like me being like having an optimistic view on a lot of things.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, where it's like I'll tell myself I'll be like I feel like before like I was like very scared to really sit with my emotions. Think like maybe like yeah, like 2 months ago during that's time period of my life, I really had to sit down and like really be like, "Oh my God." And it was like probably, and it sucks that like that was like the moment where I took like the biggest like self-reflection of my life.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that really kind of um like pulled that out of me. Like it's okay to be feeling this type of way, or it's okay that I'm upset about these things. Like, like I would think like, oh, like when like if I was like crying about something, I'd be like, ew, like this is fucking disgusting. Like, let me stop. This is some dumb shit. Like I'll just say it's some dumb shit and I'll be like, okay,
Right.
whatever. Like it's fine. Like whatever. And that's how it's always been. But I think like um after that, like for sure, I think sitting in my emotions and hopefully like in my music, like I guess hopefully more of those like raw emotions will be like incorporated into my music. I think that's kind of like what I want in terms like hopefully that's where we get to. But
Yeah.
yeah, for sure.
I'm gonna have you go deep here for a second. If you could
Okay.
sit across a 13-year-old Rachel, before the recordings, before the music releases, before the little, not little, because I don't want to minimize what you've done so far. Before
Yeah.
the TikToks, the reels, the shorts, and promoting your singles, um, what would you tell her as far as like, I don't know, if you had to give like some advice to your younger self?
I'd just say, I'd say like trust yourself more, like believe in
Hmm.
yourself. I feel like that's something that I've always struggled with when I was younger. Like I feel like I didn't like I'd always need somebody else to tell me something to confirm that I was doing the correct thing. So, and at that point, like it wasn't even about like me anymore. It was more so of like I need some reassurance, if that makes sense.
Like you
And
needed
I feel
permission to feel how you felt in a lot of ways.
kind of, yeah. Or like, yeah, like so and like trust in yourself and like believe in yourself. Like I think that's what I would tell my 13-year-old self. I think that's definitely like what I've struggled with the most. But yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Do you think if 13-year-old you could see you now, you think she'd be proud of the woman you
I think
became?
I think so. I think she'll be super proud actually. I think like like if I was 13 again and I like saw myself doing these things, like I would have never guessed. I would be like, "Oh my God, that's me. That's crazy." Like I think she would be super proud. I think she'd be super proud that I'm finally like I don't know. I think like doing things for myself rather than for other people.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense. All right, girly, I gotta get you out of here soon. You know,
Ah,
you're still not kicking you out, but like I feel like we kind of covered
damn,
everything.
okay.
But are you ready for some quick hitters? This is where we just ask. I'm not gonna hit you with any more like shower,
Oh my
like
gosh.
hit the no more hit the blunt thoughts. I think we're good on that. Like,
Okay.
are you ready for quick hitters by chance?
Okay, sure. Let's hope I can
Okay.
answer them.
Nah, these are pretty simple. I feel like I trust you should be able to. Okay, so you're a gummy head, not edibles gummies. We're talking about like lifesaver gummies, guys. Like let's relax.
Yeah.
But Skittles or Starburst?
I think Skittles. The sour ones though.
Ew.
Only the sour ones.
You know,
What?
when I was younger, them
They're so good. God
them
damn.
sour Skittles used to hit until I realized that you're getting a lot less in the sour Skittle bags than you are in the regular ones.
Really? Okay, but the flavor
Compare them.
though?
Compare them. You're getting way less in the sours than you are the regular Skittles.
But okay, but to be fair, aren't the sour ones like a little bigger? Like, isn't that what it
No,
is?
not at all. They just have
What?
like crystals on them. Like, you know, that's really because if you lick it, it's the same size as the other Skittles.
Okay, yeah, you might be right. But damn, but the green ones? Oh God. Bye.
They make the top of your mouth bleed. Like I have synesthesia. I love sour
Yeah.
candy because it just kind of like centers me. But
Yeah.
I hate sour Skittles now. I don't know what it is. Like
What?
as a kid, I used to tear the mugs up. Have like sunflower seeds, eating some eating some sour Skittles. Nah, I can't stand them.
seeds.
Nah, I can't. Can't
Oh
even
my
stand them.
God.
Mm-mm.
That's
No.
crazy. Nah, I don't think I'll
Yeah.
ever get sick of them. Like, they're just too good.
Oh Lord. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can't let them go.
Hmm. Doritos or Pringles?
I think Doritos.
Hmm.
But only the purple bag. What is that called?
Yo, the sweet chilies are fire. Oh,
Yes!
see, I
Oh,
knew we
see?
was I knew we was family. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
You're
those
just
ones,
a little
oh
lighter than
God.
us. That's all. That's all. Yeah, mom, she's just a little lighter than us. That's it. French toast or pancakes?
I think pancakes all the way.
See, this is how I know you're adopted. See, this is what. See, you don't like. What's wrong with French toast?
There's nothing wrong with it. I just prefer pancakes. Like,
Okay, but like, break that down for me. Like, what can you do with a pancake you can't do with French toast?
I don't know. I just feel like maybe French toast is just a little too sweet for me. I think that's probably
That's the
why.
effing. Hold on, real quick. So you eat sour Skittles, but but French toast is too sweet.
Yeah,
Like,
don't they drench it in like what, like condensed milk or something?
who the does? I don't do that. Like,
Oh,
nah,
that's where they do it when I order it. So I'm just like,
Oh,
fuck that
see,
shit.
like
don't want it anymore.
I'll put you on game real quick. Like we either get like a icing, powdered sugar, and then like some or like a syrup, but either or condensed milk, fam. Your French toast gonna have diabetes. Like no,
Yeah,
no.
that's exactly how I feel every single time I eat it. That's why I just like I prefer pancakes. I think pancakes are nice and simple. Like they always get the job done.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, huh? You're making a melody to a song. You have to pick between these two instruments: piano or guitar. What are you doing first?
Piano.
Okay. Why the piano?
I don't know. I can just hear the notes better. Way
Yeah.
better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's true, huh?
Yeah,
what?
it is. You can
I
hear
know.
it. You literally hear it like when they're playing it. You hear the notes way better.
Yeah, I feel like you can tell. I feel like even when people do like even like covers to songs, you
Yeah.
hear it a lot more distinguished on a piano than you would like on an acoustic guitar. You know what I'm saying?
A
So
100%, yeah.
yeah.
And when I used to do covers, like I only did it like with the piano. Like if it's like with a guitar, like it's 'cause it had like it's like there was a guitar in the instrumental. Like that's the only reason why. But majority of the times like piano, 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 piano. It's just
Okay.
it's just better. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Um, what's a producer? Oh, okay. Okay. I got you. I got you. You're the songwriter, right? But
Uh-huh.
you are a songwriter. But if there was a songwriter slash producer you could work with, who is that?
Producer.
And songwriter, like somebody like that could help you structure a song together, but like you do the lyrics. Like who would
Mm,
that be?
that's a really good question. I feel like for producer, damn, wait, give me a second. I totally forgot his name. I don't know why I
Now take
just
your time.
blanked. Yeah, no, but a producer,
Mine would be
um,
John Bellion. I don't know if you ever
John
heard of.
Bellion.
Yeah, you ever heard of John Bellion before? So he's written for like
No,
Justin Bieber, Rihanna, Jonas Brothers, Eminem, Ti. You know the Kid Leroy by chance? Do you know Kid Leroy
I
by
do.
chance?
Yeah,
Yeah. So he did what's that track called? I'll send you the. You have Spotify or Apple?
I Spotify. Spotify is
Okay,
just
yeah. So
goated.
you see,
Yeah.
I knew you. See, I knew you was
Yes.
family, man. Yeah. I'll send you a track. He produced and wrote. It's immaculate in my opinion. But okay,
Really.
but back to you. Your answer. What's a producer you would work with?
Producer, I would say Metro Boomin.
Okay. I'm trying to
Yeah.
envision a Rachel Wu song on a If a Metro don't try. I'm trying to envision that. Actually, no. You know what? Because I'll tell you what. Shout out to Metro, man. I during the, if you want to say industry versus Drake, the music that he made for Future, like I think it was Everyday. What was it? Everyday Hustle. I think it was. Dude, that
Yeah.
beat is redonkulous. Like, my daughter's probably watching. I'm sorry.
It's
But
okay.
like,
Don't worry about it.
but that beat, every time I hear it, I'm like, oh my God. Like, yeah, okay. All right.
Yeah, I just feel like he just makes some fire ass beat.
No,
And
he
like
does.
I would love to sing on it. Like I think that would be really interesting.
Okay.
Yeah, or like London on the track.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Somebody texted me. They're like, damn, this is the guy. So, nah, I told you, she from New York, New York. Yeah. You know, she ain't from my soil. I'm from Kansas. But like, yeah. She's stamped already. You could have dinner with anybody, dead or alive, 5 people. Who you having dinner with?
Dead or alive?
Dead or alive.
Okay.
You got, and also
Honest-
you could pick a character, like anime character, video game character. I don't care. You could, whoever you decide to have at your table.
That is so interesting. Honestly, okay. I would have, well, obviously Summer Walker. Like she just has to be at my table.
Summer freaking Walker, fam.
Yes. I'm so sorry, but I love
Nah,
her
I'm just messing with
so
you, man.
much. Yeah. And who else? Let's see. Um Maybe like Luffy from One Piece. I've been like
Okay.
so into One Piece lately. Like I think I need to catch up. I think I'm on like episode like 500 or something. There's
I'm about to break your heart. I was more of like a Naruto head. I used to watch One Piece when
uh
I used to watch One Piece like when it hit America like 5th grade or so.
yeah.
But because because I was a Zatch Bell head, I gave up on One
What?
Piece after like 3 years. You were probably in Kent. I don't even know if you were born when I was watching One Piece as a kid. Like,
Really?
maybe. So
Damn.
I'm
But One Piece
94.
is
What
so
year were you born?
oh 02.
Okay, so you were 3. Yeah, you were a fetus. Like, nah, you weren't checking One Piece like around that time. Nah,
No.
I was in like 6th or 7th grade when I was watching One Piece. Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah, no, but One Piece, like Luffy from One Piece, I would definitely have him sit at my table. I feel like he'll definitely like shake some shit up, which would be super interesting.
Okay, 3
Um,
more people.
3 more people. This is actually a really good question. Um, huh. I'd say
Hold on real quick. Yo, Andy, shut up, yo. Oh, I got my brother in there. Shut up, man. Yeah, I'm like maybe 2 years older than you, fam. Yo, fam. The disrespect. My God. Shut up, man. My bad, y'all.
Oh my God. Okay. Who else? To be honest, Ariana Grande. I
Okay.
think Rihanna.
Okay.
Ooh, I love
You
Rihanna.
got 4.
Um, let me see. Low key, like Kylie Jenner.
Okay, so we got Summer Walker,
Yeah.
Luffy. Okay. Anyway,
You don't like those answers? Like, what's going
anyway,
on?
who else did you say? You said
Ariana Grande.
Ariana, Kylie, and Rihanna. Okay.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right. Okay. You're going to a concert. You get to pick. There's 3 artists performing. Opener, mid-act, closer. Who's performing?
I think there was one concert that I really, really wanted to go to. And it had literally Summer Walker, Chris Brown, and Bryson Tiller. That was
Okay.
literally my dream. I
But
was
who's
like,
closing though? Who's closing?
who's closing?
Yeah.
I don't
Because
know.
obviously, I'm sorry, but Summer's got to open. I'm sorry. It's Bryson Tiller. Like, I'm sorry. It's Bryson Tiller. Bryson
Damn.
Tiller's. Cause there's only one right answer. I'm sorry.
No,
Who's
Bryson
closing?
Tiller is really good. I love Bryson, but
Yeah, but there's
to
really
be
only
honest,
one answer.
okay. But regardless of who opens, who closes, as long as it's those 3, like
Okay.
I wanted. I was so upset. You don't understand. Like I really wanted to go so bad, so fucking bad. I just didn't have the funds for it, so I was like,
Uh,
damn.
well, you will look, man. When you get Grammy nominated, bro, they might just send you
Please.
tickets. Yeah, for sure. All right, let's ask you some either ors. Kanye or Pharrell? What's your preference?
Oh, that's really good.
Yep.
I think Kanye.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
but Pharrell's really good as well. I feel like that's such a tough pick though, but
Yep.
I think Kanye. Yeah.
Okay. Huh. Okay. Please don't come at me in the comments. Missy Elliott or Alicia Keys? Yep, I'm going there.
Damn. I feel like you're trying to make this really hard for me.
Yeah.
Um, I think I would just say Alicia Keys.
Over Missy Elliott? Damn.
I
Okay.
know, but
Okay.
yeah.
All right. Dang. All right. Please, if anybody listen, when she blow up, this is my fault. Talk to her big brother, not her. Okay. She didn't do this. Okay. Let me see how like deep in your hip hop bag you're in. Okay. Wale or Big Sean?
Damn. Why are you doing this thing? Damn. Oh my God.
Yep.
Fuck. But damn. Why are you doing this to me right
Yeah,
now?
look, man,
Damn.
like,
Okay, but I'm gonna have to say, ugh, damn, this is so. I'd say Big Sean mostly because like I know most of his stuff,
Okay. All right. You
but
know,
I think
guys,
Wale's pretty good
she's
too.
look, guys, she's losing that adoption paper. Listen, she's losing like getting adopted slowly but surely. Yeah, so
Ah!
even your own people said, nah, that's Missy Elliott. It is Missy Elliott. I don't know what she's right. That's what I'm saying. And maybe
I'm
because I'm from the
sorry.
it's probably because I'm from the DMV, but like, yeah, I don't know. I think I relate to Wale more, maybe. I don't know. But there's no
Yeah.
wrong answers. We're just busting your chops. Who? Okay. You know what? I'm going to do it. Khalid, Leon Thomas. And I love them both.
Yeah.
I'm very big on both of them. Yeah. There's no
Yeah.
wrong answer for this one for me.
Damn, but they're damn.
Yeah.
Okay. I just
Yep.
it's the fact that you really got me sitting here. Really like
But
uh
there's not a wrong answer for this one. Like, I
I
think
know
I think they're both like,
good, yeah, I know.
yeah, for sure.
That's why I'm sitting here like, oh my God. Okay, but the thing is, I feel like Khalid. Yeah, I think it's gonna have to be Khalid.
Okay.
Yeah,
That one was hard. Yeah, I wanted you to sweat
it
on
is
that one.
hard.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. Do I want to keep picking on you? That's what I want to know.
Oh my
Somebody said
goodness.
there wasn't a wrong answer. I'm sorry. Like,
Oh, they said Leon Thomas.
yeah,
No, but he's pretty good too. It's just like
yeah, for sure.
I think it's probably like my
Ooh, I got you.
preference.
Her or Summer Walker.
That's been gone. You already know. I don't even have to say it.
Really?
Like, yeah,
Really?
yeah,
Tell me about Summer Walker. Why because like I haven't gotten you to budge. Why
yeah.
does Summer Walker like? Why is
I
she
feel
like
like
that for you?
I feel like when I first started listening to Summer Walker, I felt like there was a lot of relatability,
Mm,
and I feel like and also like during like the certain time periods of my life, like her music really like resonated with me for sure. Yeah, I'm sorry. I can
no,
hear
no, no,
you.
no, no. Somebody trying to get you. Jesus Christ. Rihanna or Beyonce?
You guys are crazy. Oh my God. Y'all are so annoying. God damn it. Y'all got me here like sweating and itching and shit. Like, what the fuck? Okay. I just really love Rihanna. I'm so sorry. But Beyonce is great.
So which are we going with?
Fuck. Damn.
You got to give an answer.
But they're both like
Nah, don't
like
hit me with that. Don't give me that politically correct answer. You got.
no, I know. But the thing is like, yeah. No, they're both good. It's just I think I just like Rihanna's music a little more. I think it just resonates with me a lot more. Like
Hmm.
with the vibe
Okay.
and the sound of her music.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Huh. I'm gonna keep picking on you. This is fun.
Damn.
Yep. Mm,
Y'all freaking suck.
yeah. Yeah. We going with it. You know what? Let's go to like some. This will let me know what kind of a bag you got. Smino. Brent Fayez or Smino. Yep.
I'm gonna say Brent Fayez. Like,
What?
I'm
Hold
so
on.
sorry.
Fam.
He's just like my favorite.
Fam.
I can't.
Listen, Brent Fayez is from my state. That nigga's like regular compared to like to like Smino. I'm sorry.
I
What?
don't know. Yes, I don't know.
Nah,
I
I
feel like
gotta
also,
look. Listen, if she gonna be family, she gotta get picked on. I'm sorry. Somebody said don't pick on her. Shoot. Oh, Jesus Christ. Somebody, there's only one right answer with this one.
What?
Usher or Chris Brown?
Usher, 100.
Okay. All right.
I love Usher.
You got some damn sense then. Good. All right.
But Chris
Cool.
Brown is like one of my favorites.
Don't do it. You're going to show
but
your age.
I have to go. No, but I love Usher. I think he's like my top pick over
Fam.
Brown.
Fam.
But
I was talking to my pops. I was like, fam, Confessions was literally like the most toxic album. Like, but
no, yeah.
It's a classic. Like, shoot. Somebody said people need to get. Nah, Brit's not bad. It's just, I feel like Smino, listen to Smino's verse on Tenderheaded. Like, I just feel like they gas him way too much, but Smino, yeah.
What?
Okay. Smino, check you. Maybe you have to. I'll have to send you some. Now that I know you got Spotify, I'll have to send you my playlist. Like
okay.
Smino.
No, yeah.
Smino gets busy. Somebody said JT. I'm guessing Justin Timberlake or Justin Bieber. I'm going with Bieber.
I thought you meant JT like from City Girls.
From who? From the City Girls? You know what? Sorry. We were vibing. Who is Smino? Oh my God, Sos.
I'm dead.
This is my brother from Harlem. This is horrible. Shoot. You should know who Smino.
JT for who though? JT like
Justin Timberlake or Justin Bieber?
Oh, Justin Timberlake.
Over Justin Bieber?
I'm not really a damn.
I don't even need you to be a fan. I don't even need you to be a fan of Justin Bieber. Oh, I'm going to town for that white boy. I'm sorry. I'll fight for that Canadian. You understand me? I don't know. I think it's because fun fact, I met Justin Bieber when I was 21. I found out me and him are literally 2 months apart. I'm 2 months older than him. I don't know. I also just like Justin Bieber better as a person. I think JT is also, I'll say it you won't get in trouble. I think JT's an appropriator personally. I don't care much for him. That's just me. Yeah. Plus he put the hologram of Prince and got Janet Jackson banned from the Super Bowl. That's just me.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. How you pull a titty, but then she get banned? I don't understand that.
Damn.
Somebody said,
what they say?
Somebody said Chris Brown surpassed Usher. I don't know, fam. I don't think he could. Confessions is like. Confessions is Confessions. I don't think Chris Brown has had an album like Confessions. But Usher has had a couple of albums like Chris Brown has had. Like, Chris Brown has Fame. I think Fame is a classic.
Yeah.
I think Exclusive is a classic. I think his debut album is a classic. Heartbreak on the Full Moon.
Do you like his newer albums or no?
So I do and I don't. And the only reason I do is because consistently he will give me some heat. I don't mind a 30-track album when it's Chris Brown. But if anybody else gave me 30 tracks on an album and they're trying to overstimulate me, I'm slapping them. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I love you. If you gave me a 30-track album, I'm going to be like, all right, Rachel, I'll listen to this one next year. I got you. Like, do you have a 30-track album? Hopefully not. All right, she froze real quick. Come back in. Somebody said, no, y'all are smoking crack. Usher is better musically, but Chris Brown has surpassed. What does that mean, though? 11:11. I don't feel like 11:11 compares to anything. Nah, y'all are. I don't know about that one. Hey, you're back. Somebody said that 11:11 is a classic. I don't think 11:11 is a classic.
Oh, I love 11:11.
You think it's a classic, though?
Huh?
You think it's a classic, though?
I don't think it's a classic. I think it's good.
Yeah. And it's not mind you, it's not a bad album. It's just when we're talking about classics, like Usher, like what is it? Raymond versus Raymond. Classic. That's in my opinion. That's a classic. What's the one that he had? Shoot, you had to have been like 5 when this album came out.
Maybe.
The one that came out in I think it was Raymond versus Raymond. I think that was 2007. Y'all talking about Chris Brown? I'm sorry. I will not tolerate any Usher slander. I'm sorry. Like, I just
No, but Chris Brown is really good though.
He
I still
is.
Think he does make hits. I know.
But
yeah.
But Confessions is like nigga, yeah, it's been alive for 20 years. Every dance you go to, you're gonna hear "Yeah" before you hear "Run It." I'm sorry.
Yeah, that is true. It is a classic. Yeah.
Oh God. Somebody said Usher don't need to drop another album. He don't need to drop another album again. And shoot. Yeah, by the way, that was my camera. I was moving too fast too. It did the same thing yours did.
Oh. Okay, yeah. Okay, now it's better. It's like way better now.
Yeah. Sign up for the Patreon. Okay. What was the Usher album? No, I think it was Versus. No, what was it? Dang it. Let me look it up. See, y'all go. We were supposed to get you out of here. You might need to just stay for the. We're this.
Just vibing right now.
Yeah, we're just chilling right now. Usher albums. Let me look this up real quick. Yeah, Confessions went platinum 5 times, dog. What are y'all talking about?
That is a classic.
It's just, I'm sorry, I just haven't found a Chris Brown album that competes with Confessions.
Yeah. But I still think like Chris Brown, like his music is still like up there.
Yes,
sure.
So
good. Goddamn.
It's like Usher, Chris Brown, they're in a class of their own as far as R&B. I'm not disputing that. But Usher's got a throne. He's got a foldable chair. Like, I'm sorry. It's just...
Oh, my God.
And that's not to say he's trash or anything like that, because Chris Brown will smoke anybody in the verses. I just feel like if Usher just plays Confessions, they gonna get him out of here. Like...
Damn.
That's just crazy. Me. That is just me. I don't know. Okay, let me look at these albums real quick. Confessions was 2004. Oh, Here I Stand. Yeah, Here I Stand is a classic. Raymond versus Raymond, classic. That's where Usher lost me. Yeah. Mm-hmm. After 2010, he lost me. Yeah. That's just me.
Yeah. I mean, he has a couple good songs, like now, I think.
Not bad. It's just, yeah.
Yeah, I don't listen to them often. I think I listen to Chris Brown, like, a little more.
Yeah. You know.
Yeah.
Shoot. All right, let's move on from okay. Usher, okay. Not Usher. No. Mario, Neo. Yep. Don't do it.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
I think Neo.
Hold on. I'm sorry. Too much blood went to my head for a second. Did you just say Neo over Mario?
Yes. I don't know. I just...
Fam.
Yeah.
Okay. You know what? All right, let's move on from music, man, before I have an aneurysm.
Okay, sure.
All right. Now we gotta move on. She's not wrong. Oh, y'all smoke. Look.
They love me.
Yeah, Mario sings better. I don't know what y'all talking about. Like, yeah, nah. She not.
I don't know.
Songwriter? I don't know. Check Sosa. I'll send you. What was that joint called? Neo got more hits, gang. I'm not talking about hits though. I'm talking about. See, y'all don't want to have a songwriting conversation with me. I don't. I'll get my little sister up out of here and I'll talk to y'all myself. I'm sorry.
I'm dead.
I'm gonna chill out. Nah, man, because y'all ain't gonna play it. Maybe it's because I'm biased because Mario's from Baltimore. Maybe. I don't know, but
yeah, maybe it's a little biased.
But... Maybe. But you know, yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay, I got a good one now. Neo got y'all gonna leave me alone. Now people are DMing me is nuts. Neo has written his hits. I'm not saying that Neo isn't a good songwriter. I mean, he wrote for people like Marcus Houston. He wrote for people like his pen. Yeah, the podcaster. Oh no, I'm not. I'm 14 years sober. I don't know who's smoking crack. Not me.
Smoking crack is crazy.
He might be a little biased. It's okay. I might be a little biased, but I'll take it.
Yeah.
I'll take it. Yeah.
Okay.
That's funny. All right, man. He did write Irreplaceable. Never mind.
Yeah.
I guess that's. But so did Future, though. So, like, Future wrote songs for Beyonce. So it's like, And he's not even mentioned in the top 10 songwriters. And I think that's an injustice. And I'm not even from Atlanta. I think Future's a top 5 songwriter. I'm sorry. You don't think so?
I mean, yeah, I think he's pretty good. I just
Wow. Dang, you heard that, Future? She was like, I think you all right.
Okay, but to be fair, that was like my ex's favorite like artist. So
Gotcha.
I'm just like,
Okay. Gotcha. Mind you, I wouldn't
on
consider
some
myself
toxic shit, like please.
Yeah. Mind you, I don't consider myself a Future fan, but I can't deny.
No, but he's good.
Yeah,
He's good.
yeah,
No,
yeah, I mean,
he's good. It's just
okay.
like as of right now, it's just like
yeah. You ain't playing with him. Yeah. He's
Yeah.
bagged up. Yeah, pack him up. Got it.
Yeah, some toxic shit is not the vibe.
All right, man. Let me get you out of here, man. Shoot, that was funny. Everybody, do me a favor. Give my little sister a round of applause, man. This was dope, man. Oh my Lord. See, I told you you were gonna do fine. You were nervous. What the heck?
I know. I know, guys. Like you guys don't understand. Like I was FaceTiming him. Like what? I think like a week before, talking about how the fuck should I even do this like the intro. I don't know if you guys saw, but the one that I reposted of me being like, hey guys, join. Like I had to FaceTime him to like really.
And I thought you did great.
Get myself there. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I thought you did great. I think you were.
You said my shoulders were tense. I was like, oh my god.
Nah,
like,
but I'll tell you what. This is one of my, as far as like solos. This is one of my bad indigestion. This is one of my favorite podcasts. This was definitely give it up for man. Everybody give it up. Give it up for my little sister, man. This was dope, man. Sister Rachel, man, if you have if there's anything that you would like to impart or leave with the audience today, you have the floor. If you had any closing regards?
Closing regards?
Yeah.
I hate when people do this to me because my mind is blank. Like,
dang, wow.
Yeah, wow. But
I take back everything I just said.
Wow. Love, like I don't know.
Shoot, you really ain't got anything? Are you serious?
No, trust me. No, I swear to God, Casper, like, you don't understand. This will eat me up later because I'll think of something and I'll be like, dang it.
Like, if you just, okay, fine. If you wanted to give, like, advice, I don't know. Like, something, it's words of affirmation or, like, inspiration to the audience. You know what I'm saying? By the way, we're called my community is called the Arrows and the Weirdos. We're the black sheep.
The Arrows and the Weirdos? The
Arrows and the Weirdos. Yeah. Yep.
Why the arrows? Like,
so arrows. So I have an arrow tattoo. I'm very arrow necklace. Arrows symbolize like.
So you're the arrows.
Yeah.
And they're the weirdos.
So no. I'm a weirdo I'm an arrow and a weirdo. But like, I say weirdo in a sense of like we're like unconventional. We don't like the only way you could put me in a box unless you fit me for a casket. You know what I'm saying? Like,
okay,
in regards to being like an arrow, not trying to get all biblical and stuff like that. For me though, like an arrow is only as good as the person that's holding it. Right. So like, for me specifically as a child of God, like knowing that like I come from ultimate archer, that's God. And then in my case as a father, my daughter's one of my arrows, right? Like if she's only going to do as well depending on how I, you know what I'm saying, how I handle her. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So if you had any words of affirmation, words of inspiration, or just like closing regards, I trust you got it now. You got it now, right?
Okay.
Hopefully Jesus
I mean,
Christ.
yeah, I'd say, damn, I feel like this is gonna be super basic, but I feel like, yeah, just do what you love and keep pushing. I feel like even if things don't look exactly the way that you want it to, I think just as long as you, um, yeah, like push through it, I think you'll definitely like end up where you'll want to be and reach your goals. Hopefully, hopefully that was
Nah,
good.
that was good, man. Nah, you're good, man. Like, nah, give it up for my little sister again, man. This was
Okay.
amazing.
Thank
This
you.
we had a great time, man. Y'all already know what we do, man. I will see y'all next week. Always remember, you are beautiful, blessed, and beloved. Raisins still don't go in. Hold on, real quick. Let me zoom in real quick. Hold on, real quick. Raisins
Oh,
still don't go on potato salad. Please do not put, for the love of God, I don't care what God you pray to, please do not put raisins in potato salad. You don't eat raisins in potato salad, do you?
I don't like raisins,
You
period.
hesitated. You
So,
scared me for a second.
no, because I was like, raisins.
Nah,
No.
it's some white people stuff. Yeah, don't do that.
Yeah.
Raisins don't go in potato salad. And also, did you know that people put
What?
walnuts in potato salad now? That's a thing. Yeah.
That's really interesting. I would
Yeah.
not make that personally, but
Yeah. Yeah.
um,
Yeah. It was nuts. Raisins don't go in potato salad. And guess what, y'all? In case y'all didn't know, Jesus wasn't white. So do me a favor. Have a good night.